Hello, I'm EnterElysium, and welcome to Aurora for X. Right, let's pop this puppy up. What do we have today? We were working on making a PDC. We'd just done the concepts of the missiles, and now it's time to actually design some of the systems behind them. So let's just quickly break up the research. Do we have anything we need to look at in here? I don't know if we need a magazine system. We might need. That's a bit too far away. Ordnance production, we can talk about later. I think we're probably fine. Percentage chance that magazine with this technology will successfully eject ordnance if the magazine is destroyed. How efficient magazine systems are store ordnance. The percentages, okay, so that's all efficiency and stuff. So we should have the ability to fire them anyway. Sweet. Okay. Fusion boot. No, we've just designed ours. Don't pick another one. Okay. So we want to wait for the active sensor stuff to be done. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add research labs to you. We've got 2 available that aren't being used. Great. Who have we got? Logistics and ground combat. And construction production. Well, we'll get some logistics done. Why not? Garrison battalion. Might be worthwhile. Mobile infantry, replacement battalion, salvage module, ship-to-ship tractor, small troop transport bay. Let's get the garrison battalion down. Why not? You'll do that in June. Okay, so let's go 30 days. Complete our research. Sweet. Now, sensors. We need sensors. Now, there are a couple of things here that are important. This is the tech we've got. This is the tech we've got. They're both maxed out. We need to improve that. We've only just started doing it. But for now, that'll do. These are some important things. Active sensor type, missile fire control. We need missile fire control because we are aiming our anti-missile missiles and our anti-ship missiles. So AMMs and ASMs. Now, the way this is important is the total sensor size. Basically, look, the range is going up. Look, the range is going up. Right? That's easy enough one to get your head around. Let's put that back on 1. However, you see the sensor strength times the size times the square root of resolution. So what is resolution, you may ask? Well, the resolution is how many pixels the sensor puts out. If you're too small to fit between these pixels, you will not be detected. That's a simplification, but it's true. So, for instance, if we're looking for a 5,000-ton object, we'll detect them at 15 million kilometers. If we're looking for a missile, so we're going to try and go as small as possible, which is only 50 tons. So we'll see a 50-ton object at a range of, that would be a 1,500,000 kilometers. Whereas if we're looking for a much larger vessel, notice that it's much easier, because a larger vessel is easier to spot in space, surprisingly enough. And if we look for actually something like a missile, you'll notice that we only see them at 163,000 kilometers. Which is a lot less, and well within the range of our anti-missile missiles. If you remember, our anti-missile missiles had a range of something like 65 million kilometers. Yeah. That's a lot less. So, we want to put this on minimum. We want to then ramp this up until we can get that as high as possible. And you notice that we're still only able to target small missiles at a range of 8 million kilometers. Our anti-missile missiles really don't need that much range. They have got that much range, and one of the reasons they have that much range is because we can always employ them to attack enemy ships if need be. They don't do much damage, but we can use them that way. That's, just FYI. So, against larger missiles, we can get up to a detection range of about 30 million kilometers. So, they're not entirely useless. Against larger missiles, we will still be able to intercept them at about, that's almost a lunar distance. So, we probably want this. Now, the reason that this is an iffy thing is that you just use 50 hull size for these sensors. 50 hull size. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big amount of area dedicated to that. And if we're talking in tons, that's 2.5 kilotons. Ooh, but we have to. We have to try and get a as far away firing as possible for this sensor. This is going to be our anti-missile sensor. So we're going to call this the Chaos Chest. I can't really shorten that to just a chest. So this is the Chaos Chest Tech Arms. I don't know. Corp? I don't add another corp. Honestly, I'm just going to say this is Chaos. Maybe Chaos Chest could be Chaos Core. The Chaos Core Missile Fire Control. Sure. Hopefully that'll fit inside. Now, this gives us the information that it will see at 70 million kilometers. Fire control 70 million kilometers. R1, which I believe is resolution 1. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell us at what range we'll see these missiles. That is a small problem. I think it needs to say that. So it will see size 6 missiles at a range of 8 million kilometers. So since this is an anti-missile fire control system, we add that on the end, just because that's important information to have. Of course, we can still see larger missiles at a distance, but that is important information, so we're going to create that. Now, this won't be as useful for targeting, say, our larger weapons, because if we're looking for larger things, maximum range, it's not going to be as optimal. So what we want to do is we want to find something a bit more normal to be targeting. So a 3 kiloton vessel. That's probably the smaller end of warships. I mean, a real warship, you're talking much, much bigger, but we could say, 5,000 tons or something. Let's say 5,000 tons. With a 50 sensor size, we'll be able to see someone at... That's a big range. That's more than we've got a firing distance by far. So we don't need to go quite that large. So let's start scaling the size back in a little bit. Let's go back down to 20. There we go. So we're getting a little bit more sensible there. Obviously, if we're looking for something like a 1,000 ton object, we'd be bringing that down to 12 million kilometers, which really isn't that much. But this isn't our close-in sensor. This isn't our high-resolution close sensor that's designed to look for missiles. This is a long-distance, large sensor that can look pretty far away. And honestly, it can also act as a backup sensor if the other one goes down. And the other one can always, act up as our main sensor if we need to switch our missiles over to firing that. So there is a purpose to this. It's maybe not as important, but hopefully it will still be of some use to us. So yeah, we're going to go with this. I'm thinking it's probably fine. We could decrease the size a little bit further, since our missiles aren't going to be firing quite that far. Let's give it a little bit of room for improvement. Let's put it at about... I'd still like to know in advance if there are enemies nearby. So yeah, let's put it at 20. Just for the early warning system, really. No, this is our fire control system, so why not? Screw it. Let's go smaller. Just bring it down to about 200. There we go. Should have written down exactly what the range of our missiles was. We'll go with 200, why not? So there we go, 210 million kilometers against a 5,000 ton object. A little bit iffy about that one, but we do have a second sensor that can cover that. Now, just in case they send up a small vessel, let's make sure we can hit that vessel. There we go. So against a 3,000 ton object, we can see them at 2.1 million kilometers. And that should be fine for us. Now let's say if we were using this as a missile defense, if we're shooting at a 250 ton object, which is nowhere near a missile size, but that's still, we're less than 500,000 kilometers away. That is fine. If we show size in tons, we're talking 200 tons. Sure, you are the Chaos Corp missile fire control system, and we don't need to know anything about your anti-missile stuff. So you've got a R60 resolution of 60, that's 60 hull size, and you can see at 209 million kilometers. That's fine, so we're going to create you as well. Do I want to create a missile control system search sensor? Do I need one of these in addition? Because I'm not sure if I need one of these in addition to a missile fire control. I'm not sure. Now, it's an active sensor, and it will make us pretty obvious. We probably don't need it, because our planets will have... Not all of our planets will actually have active sensors. Yeah, we'll need an active sensor then. So, search sensor. This should be our planetary warning stuff. If we make it maximum size, we're looking for 5,000 tons. We can see up to... That's fine. It's annoying. It's pretty big. This is what we get for not taking up our sensors early on. But it'll do. Now, the reason that I want it quite so big is because I'd like warning time before they get in firing range. So yeah, we're going to go with that. No electronic hardening, so we can still take our sensors out. And you are the... Ooh, should it be Chaos Corp? Yeah, Chaos Corp can do all of our sensors. Chaos Corp. Active search sensor. Which is... searching for maximum range. 250 million kilometers. With a hull size is looking for of 100. Create. Right, what else do we need? Beam fire control don't need. Closing weapon system don't need. Cloaking device, no. EM detection sensor. No, I don't think I need this. We've already got an active search sensor thing. Engines, don't need that. Gauze can, don't need. High power microwave, don't need. Jump engine, don't need. Don't need. Magazine. Oh, we actually need a feed technology, which we don't have yet. Ah, see, I thought those were optional, and you already were able to load magazines, because, you know, you kind of assume that was something that we got pretty good at. But maybe it's different for space. So we'll grab that. It's very easy to do, so it shouldn't take too long. So we'll create that, and then we'll need the feed efficiency system. So let's queue that up as well. Right, and that should take you not too long. New jump point found. Ooh, where's this jump point? 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That's pretty far away. That's out just inside Neptune's orbit. How are we doing with that research? Magazine, feed. No, 30 days. Excellent, right. So if we bring back up a technology, we look at magazine. If we bring it back up technology and look at magazine, there we go, let's refresh now. Magazine. Armor. High density uranium armor, which is our best armor research so far. Magazine size and hits to kill. Basically, you can be like, right, the enemy has to hit it a lot of times to be able to destroy this magazine. And for the magazine size, you can be like, right, I want it to hold a lot of shells and stuff. I would like a lot of shells. This is a PDC after all. We're talking big. I'd also like it to be able to withstand a fair few hits. Doesn't have to be loads, so let's go with 5. And how big is this? Hull size, 30. Yeah. Capacity, 403, so it can hold 403 worth of missiles, I think that is. We'll have to see how much that is at the end of the day. High density uranium armor helps a little bit of the protection. We could always reduce the hits to kill. A little bit more capacity, but I'm perfectly happy going down all the way to... if we need to. I'm not going to quibble about 50 space if we're actually saving ourselves explosions, which will be painful. What would be 6B? No, I'd rather have 403. Capacity 403 magazine, explosive 30%, which is, I think, each shot has a chance of exploding like 30% of it or something. And it takes 5 shots to kill it. And our magazines are made by Doug Industries. There we go. Well, it's Doug, but I'm going to say Doug Industries because, you know, why not? Doug Industries makes our magazines. Create. We won't need any more than that in terms of magazines. We just keep, like, spamming those. Missile engine, we've done those. Meson cannons, we've done those. Missile launchers. Launcher size. So this is the size of missile you're firing. So we want 2. We want one that fires a size 6. High reload rate. Ship-based system. PDC. We want that. and standard size and reload rate, because we haven't got reduced size launchers. So, here is something that you can do. So you can see the rate of fire is every 90 seconds. So every 90 seconds, we will fire a missile. So missiles are long range, but they are slow firing. Whereas a laser you can fire every 5 seconds if you get in range. We need a long time to reload. However, if we set it to be a PDC-based system, 45 seconds. Because you're stationary, because you're not moving, because you don't have all that funkiness to deal with, and you're on the ground, and you can access it. You don't have to worry about, like, gravity and zero-G and vacuum. It's just every 45 seconds, bam, we get another missile off. So yeah, we will have one of these, and these are hull size 6, 300 tons each. So the people who make our missile launchers, the J-Cron Corporation. So I'm just going to call them J-Cron... J-Cron Tech? I could just shorten that to ML. I'll leave it as missile launcher. Not too much of an issue. J-Cron Tech. You are making my missile launchers. These are fine. I don't think there's anything like the reload rate. Obviously, I want. Because, halved reload rate. Yes. Very nice. It's a little bit of a shame we're building with this tech. I'd like to have another level up, but that's what I get for ignoring missiles early on. Size 6. Standard size and reload rate. I wonder if you go for, like, size 12, if you can load, like, 2 missiles on it. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Because it's just double the size. I'll just put lots of size 6s on. I think that's probably the right way to do it anyway. So you are the J-Cron Technologies PDC size 6 missile launcher. Okay. Create it. Yes. Then we want a size 1 missile launcher. Fires every 10 seconds. So every 10 seconds, we'll be able to get up another anti-missile missile. We can fill the air pretty quickly full of those, so I wouldn't have to worry too much. I mean, we're still going to end up getting hit if they fire missiles at us, but this is a J-Cron Tech. Size 1. I should probably just put it as ASM and it's a size 6. It doesn't matter. The platform is independent of what it's shooting at. So J-Cron Tech, PDC, size 1 missile launcher. Sure. So we've got our missile launchers. New species. You can make species of human that can deal with different... Yeah, that's amazing. Right. Particle beam, plasma cannonade, power plants, railguns, shields. Have we researched shields yet? I don't think we have. Ooh, we did. No, we didn't. Because I haven't done the regeneration rate technology. That's fine. Thermal sensors. Do we want sensors? These are passive sensors. So you've got a difference between passive and active sensors, right? So thermal sensors, if you have them, you're just looking. If someone sends you heat energy, cool. You see them. But people can, of course, mask their heat energy. So they tend to be shorter ranged. However, you don't have to emit anything to do the heat. So same for EM detection sensors. You're looking for someone putting out EM. What we've got currently is an active sensor system that we just added. The active sensor system is doing stuff. It is actively doing stuff to look for stuff to come back at it. So it's using EM and active grav sensor strength. So obviously it's putting out EM and looking for a return. So it could be a bounce back, it could be some sort of interference. I don't know what this high-tech fangled technology of the late 2040s, not that far ahead, does. But basically it's looking for a return after putting something out, which means it can be detected much further away because it's actively sending stuff in your direction. It's basically throwing a dodgeball at you and then judging where the ball bounces. If it bounces back really quick, it's like there is someone there. You, of course, know that there's someone throwing a dodgeball at you. Yes, I'm explaining like the ability to detect people using passive and active sensors using a dodgeball analogy. It actually works fairly well. Whereas if you throw the ball and it doesn't come back, you know it didn't hit anything. Hey, that actually does work. So we don't need passive sensors because these PDCs are not going to be put in places where the enemy don't need to know we're there. If they come nearby, I don't care. I want to know at distance. I don't want to be hiding. I want to be fully tooled up and ready to go. This is the equivalent of walking into my backyard and me standing there with a shotgun and being like, no. Now, maybe at some point it would be sensible to have a quiet colony or something, but generally, especially in the Sol system, there is going to be so much crap going on, because, you know, old TV shows and stuff just going off into the void from all our radio waves and stuff. We'll be fine. They will know we're here. So I don't need to make any passive sensors. And that, I believe, is it. So let's close that. We have a lot of research to do. Okay. Research. We had research to do in defensive systems. It would be nice to get shield regeneration rate at some point. Have we got someone who does defensive systems? Yes, we do. You can have one lab, because I've got many other things to do. But hey, at least you've got it on the list. Energy weapons. We weren't doing anything here, were we? No. Logistics. I don't think we had anything to do here. Missiles Connect. We have a lot to do here. So, we would like to do the magazine. Why have you only got one allocated lab? Oh, I left you one allocated lab. Take all 14. Then I would like you to do the missile launcher. Then I would like you to do the other missile launcher. And then sensors and fire control. 10%. Oh, god damn it. You can only handle 10 labs. Oh, I guess we'll use you, because we're not going to have that many labs available. Who has got a lot of research labs right now? You're researching the more efficient engines. We're going to remove some research labs from you. I would say I'm sorry. I'm really not. We might want Garrison Battalion, because I think that's a module that you can put on, like, PDCs, so they can have, like, people on board. I'll have to double check. But we want to do Chaos Corp with all of our 9 labs. Then queue up the Chaos Corp, and then queue up the next Chaos Corp. And I believe that is it. Unfortunately, it will take them a little while to do all of those. Ugh. In the meanwhile, let's check on Mars. Hi Mars, how are you doing? Are you complaining yet? The growth is really positive. Worker shortage. That's fine. We've got 5 million people working on the terraformers. You've got 20 terraform installations. Political stability modifier. Okay. 30 days. Research. How are we doing? Still got some sensors and fire control. I'm going to take some labs off you and give them to you. I can only give you one lab, can't I? God damn it, I forgot. Alright, another 30 days. Oh no, wait, that's what we're waiting for. Sorry, these are scientists. What am I thinking? Yeah, they're still waiting to do these. Wow. Tough crowd. Lucia Wind has completed orders. Okay, maybe it's time to start looking at... let's look at infrastructure briefly on places like Io. Current population support of infrastructure. We're basically at it. Io is a pain. How much infrastructure we got lying around on Earth? Like 5,000? Infrastructure. 5,000, yeah. Okay, Lucia Wind. You can guess what you're doing. You're probably sick of this route by now, but hey, someone's got to do it. Earth, I would like you to refuel from Colony. I would like you to load infrastructure. I'd like you to go to Io, and I'd like you to unload infrastructure, and then I'd like you to repeat this 499 times. Enjoy. I've got one inactive research lab on... Oh, a load of inactive research labs. How are we doing? It's still being queued. Who finished? You're finished. Why are you not doing anything? George Nash. Oh, you're doing shield regeneration rate. Ah. Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. Whoops, I had the wrong person selected. Sensors and fire control. Oh, did someone die? I don't know. I must have missed something there. But we suddenly no longer have our sensors and fire control guy. Let me just double check that. No, we do. It's just taking his time. Sorry, it's Chaos Core is still being worked on. It is missiles and kinetics that have been finished. Yeah. Well, no, I haven't actually. You just chose not to do them. Okay. Well, create that. Yeah, because I gave you the wrong thing. Yeah, that makes sense now. And let's queue that. Eve Allen. If we look Eve Allen here, no. Remove. You should be doing Q. Callum. Oh, for God's sake, I have to select Callum here, then I have to select that Q. Yes. Eve, you shouldn't be doing these. Let's go over this again. From the top. I would like to do Sensors of Fire Control, Chaos Core, Q. Sensors of Fire Control, Chaos Core, Q. How long are you going to take to do these? September? These are pretty tough. I mean, they're big sensor installations, which means they take a while to do, which is annoying. New jump point found. 5 is over there. Where was that one? Was that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we still haven't found 6 yet. Inactive research labs. Chaos Core's been done, which is our sensors and fire control things. I'm gonna have to tell someone else to do that. Remove that. Chaos Core. Great. Because I can't wait any longer. And you can't take any more labs, can you? You can start on it. Because if we check under missiles and kinetic weapons, we can see that we have done all of those. Chaos Core's been completed there. Chaos Core's been completed there. I thought you said you completed it. Why is it... Oh, one of them's been done. Okay. Do we have... Everyone's busy. Well, fine. I've got one lab left. We will do... screw it. We'll just buff you. Oh, I cannot add you? Add a research lab. Why cannot add a research lab? Oh, available lab 0. Sorry. Obviously. Right. I believe we're just going to keep researching then. Which will be fine. What was I looking for? There was something I wanted to check. Yes, we wanted to move our research team. They've been left on... Where was it even left, the research team? I don't even know where the team are right now. Where are you? Geology team? They're on Mars. I assume they finished looking at Mars, so we can shift them to Io. So let's bring up... That's the wrong window. If we bring up Mars... Have you been surveyed? How do we check that? Check it under summary. Mars. Geological survey. Team complete. No, they're still working on Mars. I thought they'd been completed by now. They are on Mars. Like, I didn't just make that up. Mars. Yeah, they're there. Their rating's gone up, 150 now. Okay, fine. How close are we getting to that research being done? We're looking at October and December. It's fine. New jump point found. Laura and Riley do not believe any new mineral deposits can be found. Further geologic survey of Mars. Okay, so they have completed that. We have completed our research, and we have jump point 6, which is just behind Neptune. Excellent. Right, so firstly, I would like to transfer that group. So, can I get someone who's on a boring job right now? Riv? Yes, I would like you to remove. You won't find any more jump points anyway, but you can look. I would like you to go to Mars, pick up team, add move, go to IO, drop off team, add move, and then get back on with your normal business. So hopefully we've improved Mars. Let's have a quick look. Mars, what have you got now? I don't know if that's improved. Is it like new Macassium new maybe or something? I don't know. Current situation. 29 out of 30 completed. Oh, that's the jump point surveys. Okay. Right, and I believe if we have a look at our research... Oh, you're next year. My god, you're next year. Wow. It's because they're large sensors. That must be why. Yeah, resolution 1. This is the large sensor. They take ages. My god. Okay, 30 days it is then. Drop the team off on IO. Unrest is rising. GSV Riv is like, there's nothing left in this system. That's fine. Wow, lots of things. They've scrapped a load of stuff because of their age. Cool. Mineral shortage, uranium on Earth. It's pretty much to be expected these days. I'm tempted to build some more freighters to start just shipping more stuff around the... Yeah, really tempted. Luna's got no mines or anything because why would you? We should start shipping stuff to there. I wonder if we can just... Yeah, let's just start doing a order. Do we have a order to ship stuff there? Supply 40 infrastructure. Right, I would like a supply infrastructure. There we go. Send 1,000 infrastructure. Add contract. Where are we shipping to? Oh, Mars. Okay. Ship 1,000 to Luna. You can just have people living on Luna. Now, one thing I do want to find out is where more geranium is in the solar system. Because right now, I want my geranium. So, is it here? Shipping line? No, it's here. Geological survey. Geranium. Right. Wild. Also has carbonite. Still not quite good enough. This one, on the other hand, not enough of those to really make it worthwhile. The geranium's nice, but... No. Faye, already doing it. No. Mercury at a 0.7. But these other ones only add up to like a grand total availability, accessibility of 1.7. It's not worth it. Nebajing. You're a comet. You might be worth it, actually. 0.7, 0.6, 0.8, 0.7. Yes. Create colony. Right. Where are you? You're headed out system. You're currently just passing I believe that's Saturn, yeah, on your way to Uranus. Yeah. We'll send you a load of stuff, and I'm going to do it via the very lazy method of I'm going to contract some industry. Bam. Research done. Okay. Now you can assign a PDC. So, ship. Oh, we haven't actually got one, so new. You are a PDC. Hull. PDC, I guess. Really should just automatically set that, I guess, if you select PDC. Oh, because you've got different types. Planetary Surveillance Base, Planetary Defense Center. We're going to go Planetary Defense Center. You are going to be rename, and this is going to be the Sir Roderick class. I did say the first military vessel will have to be named after amazing Governor Craig Entwistle, but that will be our first military ship, not PDC. So this is the Sir Roderick class of PDC. So rename the Sir Roderick. Okay, and so far, this is the planetary protection value. Currently, Mars wants a planetary protection value of 1. That'll increase as we get more people on Mars. Don't worry about that. So, design view. We would like so many things. So many things. Right. PDC barracks. Yeah, I would like a PDC barracks, so we can actually store people on board. Now, you notice that that's very heavy. 10,000 tons. That's fine. Planetary protection value is still 0, but that should allow us to actually have people in, like, the station itself. Active search sensor. Yes. I would like both types of fire control. And then we get the missile launchers and the magazines and all the good stuff. There isn't anything else I need here, and I will probably want to take away the fuel storage because that's completely pointless to us. Fuel storage, etc. Right, fire control. We would like 210 million kilometer missiles. How many of these do we want? 10 of them. How many anti-missile missiles do we want? 4? That's okay. We can make it bigger. We certainly want more armor. So right now, if we just reduce it, by the way, to armor 1, you'll notice it says armor. There we go, 5. Because it comes with a load of 3 armor, we just get armor for 3. Because that's a benefit of being a PDC. PDCs have a number of benefits. They're really easy to hit because they don't move. That's the downside. So I'm going to increase the armor, and let's go for like 10 layers of armor. Because this thing has to be a bit tough. Magazines. We'll see how much this translates into later. And we should be pretty happy with that. This has a planetary protection value of 0. Not sure you've seen how well armed this thing is. Maybe it's because it needs missiles on board. So we go ordnance and fighters. And we can add missiles in here somewhere. Preferred magazine loadout. Okay. How do I add missiles to this? I knew it existed, but I've never really played with missiles before. Set missile type. Double click to add default class loadout. Aww. Have I actually added the launchers? Oh, it's because I added loads of missile fire controls by mistake. That would be why. Don't mind me. I know what I'm doing. Right. Where are my actual missiles? Here we go. I would like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We've got 1 active search sensor, a PDC barracks, a lot of armor, missile fire control, 4 close-in anti-missile missiles. I think we might need to go with more than that. Oh, that's the wrong one again. Let's go to 6. And 10 anti-ship missiles. Let's go to 12. You see the planetary protection value is now almost 80. This is a monster. We don't need something this big, but I'm going to make it this big. Because you know me, go large or go home. I have issues. Right. Select missile types. Double-click to add to default class loadout. Yes. And yes. However, I probably want to make these more. So we probably want to be adding them at ridiculous numbers. So, can I remove? Yes, right. So let's add them at 1,000. Capacity required, capacity available. We can't have quite 1,000 small missiles, so we're learning things here. However, if I wanted to say like 100, that would allow me to do what? I've got 12, so that's about 8 volleys. Sure, we can do that. Right, and anti-missile missiles. I probably want about 100 of these, at least. Yeah, we can still get more normal missiles on board. I probably want to be able to fire quite continually, because it's a very large base with a lot of armor sitting on the planet's surface, probably taking part in a lot of like fights. I probably want to make this fire for a good while longer. So let's increase the size of the weapons bay. So if we look at the weapons bay here, 4, that's not enough. Let's make that 6. And if we increase you to another 10. And another 10. 300 anti-ship missiles, 100 anti-missile missiles. We could probably get rid of one of those magazines. Capacity available. Still got available capacity. I could probably put like fighters in here, but that's a little bit like advanced. I don't want to mess around with fighters just yet. And I think we're almost ready to tango. So I'm just gonna... We've got... How many at the moment? We've got 6 base. So I probably want to get a nice number. And we've got a 12 base for this, which is going to be annoying. It already divides by 12 quite nicely. But if I was to try and make it more even... Can't quite get there. That'll do. And I'll take 1 off. Right now... We've got a lot of missiles on board. I mean, the build time alone for those missiles is going to be very, very long. That's fine. This puppy can get a lot of missiles up. And in fact, you know what I might do? I might just make it have more missiles or more missile launchers. Because we've got enough missiles, right? We've already established that. But I like the missile launchers. There we go. This puppy can get out 16 missiles and then need to reload. However, it does need to reload for quite a while. 45 seconds worth of reload. So 5 seconds is a tick, effectively, in combat. It's the minimum time increment. That is 9 ticks. We're firing 16 missiles. That's not even a missile. That is almost 2 missiles every tick. How fast can we do? 17 sections? We can go more. $18 sections. 24. That seems good to me. That's a missile every 2 seconds. Volley of 24 missiles should be able to take down a warship. Or at least do a significant damage to an advanced warship. If they hit, I assume. This is good. This is good. Now, component summary. I want actually to change this to reduce the amount of this and increase the amount of these. So I would like to add... To be fair, though, we can get so many more of these smaller ones in for the same space, so we might as well go for that. Oh, wrong one. There we go. 141 chipmunk size 6, 120 chipmunk size 1. This puppy is a beast. It weighs in at 44,000 tons. Troop capacity, 5 battalions. Intended deployment time, I don't think that makes a difference, honestly, because it's on the surface of a planet. Although, apparently it does make a difference to the weight. I mean, put it on 1? Planetary protection value is 152. Mars will be very happy to have one of these. Mars will be very happy indeed. This may be a little bit overkill. Screw it. I don't care. I think it's deserved. We're going to go with it. This is the Sir Roderick class PDC. It's awesome. So it can be prefabricated in 18 sections and then shipped to a planet. Put together. So, let us open our industry on Earth. I would like you to make installation prefab PDC. I would like you to make a prefab PDC of Sir Roderick. It's going to cost 1,668 uranium, of which we have none in stockpile. I would like you to put these on the back burner. In fact, I would like you to put that to 100. And then I'd like you to add the Sir Roderick. How do I do this? If I hit Q. And I think I can then just go back to prefab PDC. Sir Roderick. One of them, create. And I think that will get built and then the research labs will be queued up behind it. And this will be done in not long, if we have the uranium, which we do not have. Like, straight up, we do not have the uranium for this. It's expensive. But it's going to be funny. We also don't have any ordnance labs, do we? I don't know if we've got any ordnance labs. Might need to grow some ordnance labs. I think it comes pre-stocked, but we'll have to see. If we go to installations, ordnance factory, and if we say build me 20 of those, and then we put them up directly below, or we could put them directly above, because they should be done pretty quick. Why do you not go first? There we go. Actually, it will take you until February to do that. Okay, maybe we'll just reduce that to 10. We don't need that many missiles. Okay, how long until we get those new ships that I laid down the hulls of? Early next year. Okay, and we're going to rename these, by the way, because I haven't given them names. So this is 006, so you are the Acudio 006. I know we skipped 005, I think, on this one, but whatever. And you are the Exodus 007. Right. Your jobs are going to be that PDC. Well, probably for the Acudio. The Exodus is probably going to do... Or go somewhere with more uranium? I don't know. We're going to have to think of something. Uranium is pretty important to us. And hopefully we can get into next year. Unrest is IO due to overcrowding. Can't really do anything about that. Just got to get a march. Just got to get a march. A civilian mining colony is being established on Swift Tuttle. Hello, hello, hello. That's the first civilian mining colony. It's quite late. Interesting. Okay. And I believe we have our new ships. Sweet. Right. I would like you to divide task group. Right. I'd like to take control of the Acudio. I would like you to go to Earth. I'd like you to load PDC component. Load. Sorry, when X available. Interesting. Huh. Okay, yeah. Load Sir Roderick. And Mars. Unload PDC, Sir Roderick. And then go back to Earth. And resupply from Colony. Refuel from Colony. I don't know how many times you're going to have to do that. It might be once, it might be repeatedly. So I'm going to leave you on once and see if I need to tell you to go back. Because you'll probably need to do it over several hauls. But I don't know if you do it automatically over several hauls or whether you just, like, you go, oh, right, you want me to do the Sir Roderick? That's going to take several trips. Cool, I'll do it over several trips. Or whether you just go, oh, I've moved one part. Probably the latter, but it's worth finding out. The Acudio, we also want the Exodus. The Exodus, I'm sorry, you are on a bit of more of a normal mission. That is, you go to Earth, you load infrastructure, you go to Io, you unload infrastructure, you go to Earth, and you refuel from Colony. And I want you to do that 249 more times. I'm sorry. Exodus, you are important to us. Installations. Alright, let's go to Mars. Assemble PDC. There we go. Assemble Sir Roderick. Do it. However, production rate of 0. Unfortunately, it can't do it because it doesn't have any construction factories on Mars. Mars doesn't have any construction factories. We can do this several ways. We can either send over a, I think it's like an engineering brigade or something, who can construct it for you. I wonder if we actually have one of those. Ground units on Earth. No. Okay. We could transfer stuff to be able to put it together on Mars. How much of a job is it? Industry. Cost per item. 415.6. Let's compare that with something we're doing over here. Research lab. Each research lab is... It's about the equivalent of doing 2 research labs, and that isn't nothing, actually. Research labs do take a little while. It might take them a couple of years on Mars to do that. And that's if we ship them stuff right now. The alternative is to send over like an engineering brigade who can do it themselves. I think I'll just be really, really boring and ship over some factories. And they can do it with the factories. But in future, we'll probably want to actually put it together ourselves. That's a shame. Okay, right. So we've got this. We can put it together. It's already in the pipeline. Well, Acudio, that makes it very easy for your job. I would like you to Earth, load construction factory. Mars, unload construction factory. Earth, refuel, resupply, and repeat it, let's say 49 more times. So I'm going to get 50 of those in. See how you feel after that. Hopefully Mars will not be complaining once that's been done. Scientists killed in an accident. Unrest on Mars. Research has been completed. Team has completed research. Mineral shortage. Still. And Harvester. Still telling me stuff that I know. Dear oh dear. This is why I'm going 30 days, because it just keeps stopping. It's like, you need to know these things. I'm like, I don't really give a damn. 3 civilian mining complexes on Swift Tuttle. Unrest on Mars is rising. What if they did my bloody job I told them to? Right, we should see Mars actually having some construction rates. 4, there we go. And industry. No completion date. Modify? Can they just not use complex factories because they've got biospheres or something? Oh, political stability modifier. They're just like, yeah, we're not working anymore. That's it, mate. We've given up. Oh, no! Damn. This is what happens when you're late to the party. We might have to put a warship in orbit to make them happy. Just a small warship. The alternative is we could actually just get someone to build that themselves. I think we might have to send over a brigade to build it. Because they're not going to do the job. They're straight up, they do not want to do that job. They are not going to do it. Let's remove all. Damn. Well, that's us told. We'll find a job for the Accudio in due time. But I've been EnterElysium. If you enjoyed, please like, not subscribe. Please consider subscribing. We need to find a way to get Mars back in line. They've basically almost ceded from us right at this point. And that's not acceptable. That is not acceptable, Mars. We will make you fall into line whether you like it or not. I'm EnterElysium, and stay shiny.